don't have to. It's your boy Brad. The Brett Man's right over there. And today we got a fun ranking for you, ladies and gents. Anyway, we're going to take our favorite movie from every Halloween movie. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of good moments, a lot of shitty movies. Really stoked, and hopefully at some point I can put a sentence together.
And our buddy Chris is down there as well, too. Joining
Did I
us
leave him?
on this drinking.
Just go back and scrap it.
You know what?
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. We're up for the good real, so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad. The Brett Man's over there. Chris is underneath us. Today we have a fun little ranking for you. We're taking our favorite moments from every Halloween movie, and we're going to present them to you today. From Halloween 1, 1978, all the way up to Halloween Kills. Should be a good time. There's some bad movies in there, but they all have some nice moments. So we're just going to be picking our favorites, man. It should be a fun time.
Oh man, I'm so excited to it. We decided to kind of we know we got like the HalloScream, like the Halloween Review Series we're doing with the other YouTubers, but we figured, that's until July 25th. Let's go ahead and have some little bit of Halloween franchise fun, So Brad came up with this awesome idea to kind of little bit what we call kickstart everything, and I'm excited to freaking rank or talk about some good moments in the franchise. But Chris, how are you doing? I can't formulate a sentence either. Let's go.
Man, I feel great. I am hungover like a bastard, but here and ready to have some fun.
Probably not more hungover than this bastard right here.
Granted, it's like a Monday at 10 a.m. right now, and we have problems that we have. I'm just kidding. No, it ain't. That's not
man.
Yeah, I'm drinking on the wrong side of the cup. I'm that excited.
But yeah, we're excited here today. This is something I would like to do for some of the other franchises as well. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But without further ado, what do you say we get started with everything?
All right, let's freaking get started. And like Brad says, if there's a particular franchise you want us guys to do, just let us know in that comment section down below. And when we talk about these moments, what's your favorite moments from each movie within the franchise? Let us know in that comment section down below again. So let's freaking get started.
Let's do it, man. Let's start with 1978. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, this is your franchise. Like, you love this franchise more than any of us, so you get the privileges to go first.
Okay. So 1978 is filled with all kinds of awesome moments. This was actually kind of tough, but it wasn't at the same time because there's a sequence in here that's so awesome, and that's the shape stock sequence, right? When we hear shape stocks come on for the first time, boom, boom, boom. After Lori gets chopped up upstairs, after Michael comes out. And then Michael follows her down the stairs. And then really the sequence I'm talking about here specifically is her running across the street to the Doyle residence and Michael walking behind her. Always been super suspenseful. I think it sets Michael up to be very creepy in his walk. His walk is perfect. It's never been better since then. And, it's an awesome moment when she's trying to get into and Tommy's upstairs and, he's being lazy as fuck and won't come to the door. It's good. It's all the keys. It's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Oh man, such a good moment, and I kind of wish I put that moment too. But the moment that I chose to go with, I got two of them. But you know what? I'll go ahead and go with this one. I'm going with the Dr. Loomis speech.
And then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
The speech that pretty much created probably for what most people, the horror icon that is Michael Myers. If you don't have that speech, I honestly don't think Michael Myers goes on top of that Mount Rushmore of horror icons. That's how great Donald Pleasance did with the speech. I met this 6-year-old child with this pale, blank, emotionless face, like literally just describing this beautiful bastard right here. It's just so makes you so eerie too. So I gotta pick that as my best moment in Halloween 1978.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I wouldn't call him a beautiful bastard. I mean, he's looking a little baggy over there. Like
it's all in the eyes,
like how I feel. Yeah, but a lot of good stuff in 78. I went with the classic POV shot, man. When he's stalking and he goes upstairs and just the POV of him absolutely tearing that chick to pieces is still one of my favorite shots, I think, in all of horror. So I'll go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's another good freaking option.
God, we had that one. We got the Bob Kitchen kill. We got the Michael coming out that shadow, like Brad was kind of referring to earlier. So many damn good moments. We could be here all day for that part.
Yeah, the bushes, everything, man. Okay, so we'll go on to Halloween 2 then. That's good picks all around. Halloween 2, again, filled with great moments, good stuff all around. But I got to go with the second time the shape stalks, man. Specifically, whenever it's when Laurie and Michael meet each other the first time in this movie, when Michael freaking stabs the nurse with the scalpel and lifts her up and her shoes pop off, and then and then Michael starts chasing her ass around the hospital. It's really, again, sets off what I think is one of the better third acts in the franchise, is this chase sequence in the movie where he's going through the hospital and the elevator sequence, and then when she goes out into the parking lot and hides in the car for a little bit. All that stuff's really good, super intense, and yeah, it's suspenseful, man. Michael's a little slower this time around, but he should be. He's been shot 6 times.
He got shot right in the heart. Let's see here. What can I pick for Halloween 2? Oh man, Amazing Grace comes set on my. Let's go ahead and talk about It's Time, Michael.
It's time, Michael.
Where freaking Dr. Loomis gets that lighter and just blows up the bastard, Michael Myers. And just get that cool explosion. You think that's it, happily ever after, Laurie survives. But no, Michael freaking just walks out of that room freaking on fire. And that visual was just so memorizing, like it's just like you just can't stop staring at it. Like, damn, this is what freaking evil is, man. And that it's just scary, man. And I love that moment.
I'm going to say this for this one, and you'll probably hear me say it a lot because it's been a while since I have seen many of the sequels. And so it's been quite a while, but the one thing that stuck out to me, and also I didn't want us all to have the same be pulling from the same pool of scenes and moments and things. So for a lot of mine, I went with something that was either flat out funny or just a moment that kind of put a smile on my face. So for Halloween 2, I always love the scene where Michael gets shot and Loomis is yelling at the guy, and he's like, don't approach him, he's not dead.
Stop! He's dead. No, he's not. Look at him.
And despite all this yelling and him telling him that he's about to be fucking murdered brutally, he still like kneels down and gets taken out anyways. And I always love that sequence. I mean, plus the throat cutting was pretty badass as well.
He's not breathing.
Yeah, and that stupid music that plays, and then he's like throat cut and then immediately stands back up. It's like, why won't you die?
That was cool, dude, because he busted through the window too, right there at the door. That was really neat.
Yeah.
No love for the hot tub scene, man. That was definitely my favorite as a 10-year-old boy. I don't know, but that kill is great though. I honestly was my second choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that scene was hot.
It could get cold in here. Okay, Halloween 3 time. So this one for me is easy. Really, there's a couple cool sequences, but this one blows it away. It's when the freaking head explodes. Like, it doesn't really explode, but the kid's head turns into snakes and shit. When we see what these masks can actually do, when he's watching the Silver Shamrock commercial, and then his head pretty much melts, and there's snakes coming out, cockroaches, all kinds of nasty stuff. It's very freaking creepy, and it makes my skin curl every time. I hate it. But it's awesome at the same time. It's definitely a highlight.
Man, I kind of had a feeling you were going to pick that scene, so I'm going a completely different direction on mine because that's definitely the best one. Another moment I'll throw out there. First off, Dr. Chalice is my fucking role model in life.
You're falling. Where's it's life and death?
Just letting y'all know that right now. He's just my damn role model. He's got the stash. He's getting all the chicks. Freaking doing packs of beer every day. But man, can we just talk about the freaking ending phone where he's on the telephone just hysterical going, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, dude, it's so damn great because you don't know whether if he stopped it or not.
Stop it!
And just leaving on that little cliffhanger of not knowing what happens, it's so damn good. I love Halloween 3 for that. Just going that like ballsy of killing off kids.
Yeah, I want to. Can we isolate that audio of him yelling "Stop it"? I really want to use that down the road.
Well, you
for
stop
something
it.
else.
You stop. No, just
so many good moments in part 3, man. I absolutely hate this fucking movie. It's so bad. But at the same time, it's hilarious.
You're not fond of
me.
the masks.
So there's 2 in here that I kind of wanted to throw out there. One being the slowest death scene in the franchise, possibly in all of horror, when the guy gets ran over by the car at the beginning. It's really like the guy in Austin Powers with the steamroller. Coming toward him. I mean, the car. Yeah,
Or
it's
Jason,
really...
or Jason, or Roy in part 5 when he gets when she's driving the Bobcat. Reggie the Reckless is driving the Bobcat.
Oh yeah, and he stands there. Yeah, dude. And it's the same thing here, where he had so much time to just fucking get out of the way, and he doesn't. So that, and then also a quick shout out to the scene in the hotel room where he's like, "Well, I guess I'll sleep in my car. Better than sleeping in this floor." And then she's like, Do you want to sleep in the bed? And he's like,
yeah. Where do you want to sleep, Dr. Chalice? That's a dumb fucking question.
Yeah, so that whole sequence right there, dude, it's so bad. It's almost like The Room level of bad, like so horrible that it actually turns out to be hilarious. So either one of those, man. I'll go with the car scene though. I think that's probably my favorite.
I also love what he does with his hands going. Oh man, it's just so classic. I can't wait to talk about that movie. I love Halloween 3.
It's a doozy, man. It really is. There's a lot of good moments in there. Also, when the head gets freaking split from the laser in the other hotel room.
Oh yeah, the laser mouth. Yeah.
Halloween 4 time, man. Again, a lot of good stuff here. I can't choose anything other than the rooftop battle though, where Michael gets up on the rooftop and chases Danielle Harris, Jamie, and Rachel. And they shimmy Rachel down Jamie down the rooftop. I think it's cool. It's iconic. Michael looks a little goofy up there with the shoulder pads, but outside of that, it's really cool and suspenseful and one of the most tense scenes of the movie, I think.
Well, he was just trying out for linebacker, and he just had to kill his freaking long lost bloodline, just missing tryouts. But
he was trying to put his Christmas lights up early is all he was trying to do.
Or his Halloween lights. But no, I had the rooftop scene too. So I'll quickly throw out 2 other great moments in this movie too. First off, what I fell in love with this movie is the redneck police force. Like absolutely hilarious. But the other great scene in this movie too is Loomis's speech. He goes, Michael Myers is in this town and he's over after that little girl and nothing's gonna get in his way, or like just like that dialogue. Again, once again, amazing by Donald Pleasence. Donald Pleasence pretty much makes this franchise more than Michael Myers does.
You don't have a police force.
You don't got a police force.
Yeah, man, I went with the Mikey doing work in the back of that truck. Okay, that's still one of my favorite scenes of this whole thing. Throwing fools out of the back of that truck, getting up in there, and that whole sequence right there is probably the most memorable thing I think for the whole for this whole movie.
Not to mention the perfect example of upper body strength. This is the first time of many times in the franchise where we get to see how strong his arms really are when he pulls himself up and rips the dude's throat out.
Yeah, he's been working out.
Yeah, and sorry, the last great moment too we'll talk about too, because I know somebody else will have it on theirs. It's just the ending where Jamie's on top of the stairs with those scissors and Dr. Lim's going, no.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic, man.
One of the greatest endings to a horror movie of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one. And so is the stuff at the not the diner, but the gas station or whatever with Loomis and Michael. That was great. With the
that was
and all that.
Probably, yeah. My runner up was that gonna be the scene where he sees Michael for the first time. He turns around and there's like that zoom shot of that goes
Yeah.
through the bar. Yeah, that was a good one too. That was a close runner
Yeah,
up for me.
super neat, man. Okay. We're up to Halloween 5. We're up to the legendary status of the movies here now, man.
Oh yeah,
And actually, this movie had a few things to pick from for me. I ended up siding with the sequence where Jamie's in the laundry chute and Michael's trying to, he keeps going. He goes downstairs and she's trying to shimmy up, and then he goes upstairs and she's shimmying down, and he's stabbing the knife through there and nicks her leg a couple times, which actually happened because safety was not a concern back in the 80s, I guess. But it's just again kind of a common theme with all these that I've selected. I think it's a super suspenseful moment in the movie, one of the best, most tense scenes in there, and I thought Jamie Daniel Harris, this is one of her best parts of her performance was when she was in this house alone. So yeah, it's really enjoyable, and I dig the heck out of it, man. This is a good part of this Michael, man.
Yeah, and that is a damn good scene because, like, I for some reason didn't think about it. The one thing I did think about, yes, it does involve Jamie and Michael, but it's that car chase where Michael's chasing her through the field in the car. Dude, that
Yeah.
visual just looks so damn awesome, and that kind of visual of like chasing people with the car is constantly used in the horror movie genre. Like I could go with Strangers Pray at Night, freaking Christine. But man, it's just something about this one, folks. It's just a really terrifying, like a freaking Michael Myers chasing a little girl in a car. Dude, that's scary.
It's cool, and that scene is capped off with a cool moment from Loomis 2, where he's telling him to go home. And
Go
I
home.
thought that was one of my favorite parts. I know what Chris is going to be, dude. I already know. I can't wait.
You already know, man.
And actually, this is
Yeah, my favorite thing is the opening, dude. That whole sequence there, him crawling down in that fucking hole. The whole police force is there just to fucking blow him up. And then we get that quick little scene of him just sort of falling out into the river. It puts the biggest smile on my face, dude. I love that sequence. So that's the best moment for me. There was no contest.
And of course, another good one, real quick, is of course it's Nicolas Cage, The Mask.
Oh my gosh, dude, that thing.
Okay, anyways, I'm messing. So we'll talk about that later.
He scraped up his ass on those rocks for sure when he was floating down the river, though. Like he probably got his freaking toes nibbled on by some piranha.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Halloween 6. So
come on, Bobby.
Halloween 6. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of stuff to like. Because there's actually some good. Michael's brutal in this one. He has some good kills, some good moments. Again, my favorite, kind of as a callback to the first one. It's when what's her name? What's the main girl in this one? Brett, man, I know you know it, right?
Ah, gosh, not at the top of my head.
Skip is blanking me right now, but the main girl, she sees her friend gets killed across the street. She's looking in the telescope, the freaking peeping Tom telescope that Tommy's got up there, no pun intended. And she's looking over. She sees her friend's getting murked by Michael through the window, and then she goes over there because Daniel's walking in. Danny boy, he's walking in over there. He sees her walk. She sees him walk in, and she's like, "Oh shit, I got to go over there now." So she goes over to the house across the street to save Danny. And she knows Michael's in there. I think that whole sequence is great when she's going through the house, but really specifically here when she hits him in the head with the freaking fire poker, and he falls down the stairs, and she has to go back down the stairs and crawl over him. Mm-hmm. Again, I think it's one of the most tense scenes in the movie when she's trying to get over his body there that's seemingly lifeless, but then he wakes up, and then we get the kind of a callback to the earlier movie afterwards when he gets up and chases her across the street.
Please, open the door!
I'm gonna go basic here. I'm gonna go with that freaking massacre scene where Michael is just slaying everything in sight. And I believe that's in the director's cut, correct?
That's in the theatrical release.
The theatrical release. Yes. Yeah. I absolutely love that. That one, I feel like it's easily the highlight of the entire movie. I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween 6. And I'll explain more of that later, but I will give it praise for that scene alone, because that is the second most brutal Michael I've ever seen compared to Rob Zombie's Michael.
I came across a scene. It's really just 3 words for you fellas. Where's the baby?
The baby. Where's the baby?
Where's the baby? Honestly, full disclosure here, I've only seen this one like twice, and it's been a while. That's the only thing I think that I can really even remember is just Paul Rudd just walking into that room and being like, "Where's the baby?" And that shit still cracks me up. That's what I remember, so that's what stuck with me. It has to be the best moment.
It's hilarious too. Whenever it has that awkward cut, and he's like, "Oh, we've been drugged. I feel like we've been drugged." He's like, "We have been drugged." But there's also, I thought you were gonna see. I guess you haven't seen the producer's cut because I thought you would have done the part where Michael impregnates his niece. But that we'll move on from there. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've even seen that one, but let's.
That's
I'm excited.
And unfortunately,
now.
I'm not lying there. That's actually a part of it. So, anyway, going into Halloween H2O. Simply put, I would have the end here where he gets his head chopped off because I think that would be epic, but they fucked it up in Resurrection, so it kind of ruins it for me. So my favorite part is when Jamie, it's right before it's Jamie, Lori rather, sends her son and the girl off in the car, and then she grabs the axe and then goes, she sends them, closes the gate. She said, "I'm sticking around and fighting this mofo now. It's time to end this shit." And the kids go out. She closes the gate and she's like, "Michael!" And we get that cool overhead shot of her walking in towards him, and she's screaming out for Michael. And the classic Halloween theme finally starts to play in this thing, and it's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty sweet, and it sets up for a great showdown.
Oh yeah, and mine's gonna be short and sweet because Brad pretty much picked my favorite as well. That's easily the most memorable. Just that quick shout out, of course, when Lori kicks Michael in the Nas. Seeing those eye pops, so like that and the different 3 Halloween Michael mask, easily a top highlight of the movie.
The CGI.
No, I was king on that last part, but definitely it's the friggin' Lori screaming out, "Michael! Michael!" Like all that's just fantastic.
Yeah, damn it, man. You took the words right out of my mouth. The one thing that I always really dug about this one, they did fuck it up with Resurrection, but I always kind of dug the ending, that whole sequence about him being in the van and then her smashing him with the van, cutting his head off. And I don't know, what did she say to him at the very end? It's been so long. It's like, "Fuck you, Michael," or "Burn it, see you in hell, Michael," or something. Whenever
he says "see you in hell" in the,
he sticks his hand out, and then
I don't think she says anything in this one, actually.
No, she doesn't. She just kind of stares at him and just raises his hand, and she's like, "Nope, fuck that bitch." Bam.
Yeah, I remember he holds out his hand, and I thought she said there was a one-liner there at the end.
In Resurrection, she does.
Is that okay? Maybe I just got those two confused. So that's that's it for me, man.
Damn, I really thought you were gonna go LL Cool J and talking about the melons. Nice, juicy melons.
Juicy melons.
Hey, man, he's put his number out on TikTok. You guys should call him.
Hey,
I will. I'll give him an idea for his next melon escapade.
He freaking just makes the world go around with the money.
You got it.
Money makes the world go around. You ate my bird. So that's H2O. Resurrection time. It's time to talk Resurrection. This one was actually kind of hard because I haven't seen this one in a while. I'll have to rewatch it for the review for sure, as I will with all of them. But I ended up picking.
Pretend like it doesn't exist.
I ended up picking. I think it's the scene. Yeah, I picked the one where nobody knows if Michael's actually in the house yet or not. People are watching this live event online, like a live stream kind of deal before it was cool. And the blonde girl, I forgot her name, gets her head chopped off at the top of the stairs, and it rolls down. And everybody who's watching it live thinks it's a fake head. Everything's kind of set up. They're like, "Oh, that's cool. It's a fake head." But everybody there is like, "What the fuck, dude? It's just got her head cut off." And it is pretty wild. And that was actually the kind of the part the movie kind of starts to go for it. Everybody knows Michael's there, and the rest of it kind of picks up and pace at that point.
Yeah, and Dan, we're just thinking so similar right now because that was going to be my pick with the chick's head rolling down the stairs. I thought that was like the only cool kill in the entire movie. So I guess I'll be the one that picks Busta Rhymes busting out the damn door and going trick or treat, motherfucker.
Stop.
Well, it's
what about the other guy with
it's so damn memorable, though. Like you just can't help but like when you think of Resurrection, because hell, I was trying to talk about the Haddonfield Nightmare, but we have to do it from these ones in the franchise. So, Braden, I tried, but no, I'll have to go with Busta Rhymes. So,
trick or treat, motherfucker.
But yeah, I went with the same thing, man. Damn you, Birdie. Yeah, Busta Rhymes, just that whole thing there at the end, is chicken fried, that and the trick or treat, motherfucker, all that stuff. Yeah, man, it's really the only memorable thing about the movie, I think, because it's everything else is so bad.
Burn, motherfucker. Burn.
Rob Zombie Halloween. This one was a tough one too. They're all tough. I like this one. There's a couple sequences I really like that I almost put here, but the one I chose was the Joe Grizzly bitch. When he's on the shitter and he's looking at the porn, and Michael comes in and freaking. I just like Michael's brutal as hell in that scene. Like he's got dirty feet, but he comes in and he's like he just freaking destroys Joe Grizzly, man. And you thought like Joe Grizzly, like he stood up to him, like he.
I got a Taco Deluxe Supreme talking back at me. So I'm gonna be a while.
You thought it was gonna be a good battle, but then Michael just freaking rams his head into the wall and breaks him through, and he gets his costume. I thought that sequence was awesome, and just shows the brutality of this freaking. You get to see the size of Myers too in this, and the brutality he has at that point.
yeah, damn, that's a good scene too. But the one that always just sticks with me when we're talking about Rob Zombie's Halloween is when Michael Myers gets his mask back. After all those years, going back to the house, getting his knife and getting that mask, because Rob Zombie does such amazing camera work in that particular scene of him just holding it up and putting it back on. You're like, oh yeah, you know shit's about to get fucking real in Haddonfield. So I always love that scene. To me, that's the best scene in the movie.
Hell yeah, that was on my list. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one really is awesome. I remember seeing that in theaters, and this little slow motion clip there at the end, whenever he slides the mask down. Yeah, man, that's give you chills. Yeah, I mean, one of us had to do it, man. Come on, so much of our channel is based
I was going to
around
leave it to you on that. So.
I'm all busted up over here, bitch. I can't work.
Bitch, I will crawl over there and I will skull fuck the shit out of you.
What was that?
Bitch, I will crawl over there and I will skull fuck the shit out of you.
You just bought yourself another Saturday.
I'm all broken up here, bitch. I can't work.
You just bought one more right there.
Well, you can sit it on my pole right now, bitch.
You want another one?
Fucking whore! All right, now clean it up.
So much of, and we say that to each other pretty much at least on a weekly basis. So there's no fucking way that we could let that go. But a quick runner up, another one that I really love so much is it was good to you, Mikey.
Oh, that was good, man. That was on my list too. Because that's when you find out Michael doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, man, you're like, Danny Trejo was good to him all that time, showed him a little respect, more so than anyone else that had worked there, and just it made no difference. He was good to him, but wasn't enough to stop that fucking TV.
If you don't think I'm keeping a mental note for all your bullshit,
I will crawl over there and skull fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah, of course, seeing Rodney's death too, like in the chair, and all those kills at the beginning were great too.
Yeah, man, and that, well, you know what, that was always so fucking ridiculous. You're telling, I mean, I've been drunk, but you're telling me so drunk that you could use 50 rolls of duct tape on a man. I mean, that's
not
just
hear
ridiculous, dude. Yeah,
he's drunk. I don't know, dude. Ronnie's next level drunk though. Like he's next level drunk.
Who would win the
That's
drink? Ronnie
drunk.
or Dr. Chalice? But we'll answer that one in the Halloween 3 review. But I know we want to get to one of our favorite movies.
Rob Zombie Halloween 2 time. Mine's easy here. Not really, but it's a good one. My favorite moment in this movie is the Annie death scene. Whenever Halloween, whenever Michael shows up in the mirror, and you don't actually see her death, but everything there is really cool. Specifically here, it might be in the director's cut. I'm not sure, but when Brackett comes back, his reaction is just freaking heart wrenching, man.
Yeah, it's the director's cut.
Yeah, like he gets cut down a little bit in the theatrical cut, unfortunately, which is the better cut of the movie. But in the director's cut, he comes in and heart-wrenching reaction to it, heartbreaking, I should say. It goes on, and just a freaking amazing performance from Brad Dourif there.
No, Andy. Yeah, and Dan Gummit, Brad, you took took another sing of mine because I absolutely love that scene.
Well, keep it anyway. That's still your favorite. So.
Yeah, but I'll just go ahead and go with that one, just because that is one of the best Brad Dourif acting, what he does acting I've ever seen him do. And I know he's done so much for the Child's Play franchise and the Chucky voice, but when it comes to actual acting, that one freaking told, like, that scene alone, it's like, damn, this guy can act. So I absolutely love that scene.
Yeah, dude, so good, man.
Yeah, this is one that is another one that I really haven't seen in a long time. So it's kind of having trouble coming up with something for this one. And I wanted to go really with the strip club scene because I remember that there's a lot of havoc that takes place in there. But if I'm being honest, I really just don't remember exactly how that scene fucking plays out. And so, but the one thing I do remember is the Mikey putting in the work in the field. And I remember whenever the truck and you can see him and you hear the grunts and he's doing all the, just massacring these guys. Basically, it's all shot with just the lights of the truck. I remember that whole scene there and him grunting. And then it's not, he eats the dog right after that, right? Or it was maybe before that.
Yeah, it was a rough night, man.
Yeah, dude. If I can, it's like, I need energy. Get over here, Fido. So yeah, but I always loved that sequence. That was another one that stood out to me, and stylistically, I think it's probably one of the better kills in zombies Halloween world.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome.
And a quick one, of course, because somebody's going to mention it. The hospital scene, the hospital dream scene, is absolutely spectacular as well.
Oh, it's brutal. Yeah, it's awesome. A lot of fun, especially when he kills Octavia Spencer there. And
Oh
same
my
thing,
god,
you get the
that
grunts.
was fucking brutal.
Yeah, dude, it was freaking Merc City there, man. Hopefully it's the same character from Ma, dude. Remember whenever? Anyway, all right. So we're up to the new trilogy, Halloween 2018. Easy decision for me. This is going to be the bathroom sequence with the podcasters when they go in there. She goes in there to drop a deuce, and then Michael comes in and drops the teeth.
Damn it.
But my favorite part of that sequence was when Aaron comes in there too, and he's smashing him up against the wall, and then he murks the other girl too. That whole thing is great. It's brutal. Again, it really gets. This is the most brutal part of the movie, I think, from Michael, and it's really, to me, the most scary version of Michael. Even though his mask isn't even on, he's just so freaking beastly here. It's intense, man. Super intense.
Dude, such a great scene too, and there's a lot of good scenes in the 2018 one. The one I decided to go with, it has probably my second favorite Halloween score of all time. It's when Allison meets Michael for the first time, and you get that epic score in the background. And I still think it's an absolutely great scene. I feel like they could have easily made that scene better if they actually had Michael chasing her down that dark street and all that. That would be cool. But I still give it just a full-on credit for that amazing score by John Carpenter and his son. Just absolutely fantastic. Like, I immediately bought the final before even owning a final player, just because I love that score so much.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe I should change it, but I'm gonna stick with it.
No.
Well, damn it, I wish you would, because that was really what I had, and it's still. There's a lot of good stuff in 18, and I could probably come up with something else if need be. But
let's keep it. Hang on to it.
Yeah, him fucking dropping the teeth, man. I remember seeing this in theaters. It's kind of like what Brad said. It really sets the tone pretty early on, where you see just how brutal he's gonna be, and I fucking, it's a fucking handful of teeth, man. Come on. It's so badass, you can't help it. That, and then Kind of like what Birdie talked about in Rob Zombie's Halloween. Whenever he goes to the car and gets his mask, you know,
Yes.
it's pretty. It was pretty epic as well, man.
Yeah,
That's a
especially
good one.
after since 2009. That was the last time Michael grabbed his mask. So to wait 9 years to Michael grab that mask again, that's such an epic moment. And then, of course, the opening of the Halloween 2018 was absolutely spectacular as well at the asylum.
Yeah, that was great stuff, man. That was fantastic. Man, Halloween Kills time now, man.
Oh boy, this movie.
Skip it.
I came in with one, but I think I
Me
might change
too.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the scene actually when Michael it's the scene, we saw it in the trailer. It's when Lindsay Wallace is out at the playground and Michael's back at the car. And we get that nice long shot of Michael standing in the distance and he's holding a knife up, and Lindsay's down at the park with the kids, and really that whole sequence is awesome. I think it rivals anything else in both of these movies. It's because you get good use of Michael, you get some red lighting, some dark lighting. He's kind of in the shadows, but he murks people. He tears up that whole car, and then what I really like about this is when he's trying to stalk Lindsay back into the park, and she's hiding under a bush or something, and Michael's kind of walking after her and breathing slowly, heavily, and you can hear that breathing.
Dude, that's a very damn good scene. I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween Kills, but it does have its moments, and the moment that always just gets me, it's just that opening flashback. Amazing way to open up a movie. Especially kind of like how much people have been building up kills, and that's everybody talked about was, oh, there's going to be a flashback. There's going to be a flashback. I was personally worried about that. However, it just brought me back to the damn world of 1978, and I just wanted more of the flashback.
Did Michael kill again?
Hell, why can't we just make Halloween Kills the flashback movie, and then we do Halloween Ends? I would easily prefer that.
I would too. I didn't even fucking think about that. I was thinking about all the stuff that's actually like going on in the trilogy. But yeah, I'm going to keep it for the sake of. I know, man. That's awesome. I'm going to keep. I'll keep mine for the sake of variety here.
Yeah, there was like you said, Brett. There's a couple good scenes in here, despite how much I didn't like it. There's still some good stuff in there, and still my favorite scene is it's so fucking dumb. Whenever they come outside and they, for whatever reason, think that the guy that's in the car, the couple runs back into the bar like, someone's in our car, and they come outside and they actually think that Michael Myers is just going to be sitting in the car, jamming out, just revving up the engine, and then proceeds to take off and then just smashes into a pole.
Damn, what the hell's going on?
I mean, who? I just don't even know why that was even there. It fucking cracks me up every time I watch it, dude. But really, to be fair, outside of that, a couple of great scenes in there. Little John, Big John, that whole sequence, I quite enjoyed. Their death scene there. I quite enjoyed that, and the tube. We're talking. We're going to talk about kills and stuff. The
best
light
step of the movie.
Yeah, the two. I'm drawing a blank. It's the fluorescent light bulb. Yeah, he jams it into the guy's throat. There we go. Yeah.
Let's not forget about the firefighter massacre of 2018. I mean, that was freaking.
That would have been a good moment if they just didn't fucking overuse that scene in the trailer.
It was still badass. I thought it was dope as hell. He comes out there and murks everybody, man. But that was the one I was going to pick coming in. But that scene at the car was really cool, man.
Yeah, so again, there's some good to it, but again, we'll do a revisit when we do this series. So that is our best moments of the Halloween franchise, and of course, What did you all think? Did we mention your favorite moment when we talked about a particular Halloween movie? If we missed one, just let us know in that comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling, and we'd love to hear from you guys.
And if you want to find a good reels, you can do Spot Funnies on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Those links are down below for you to find.
Absolutely, and be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. And of course, Chris, where are we going to do that bell?
Ring ding ding, a ding a ling a ling.
Exactly what he said. I can't translate that, but do it anyway, so you can know when the next set of videos and rankings and future best moments of particular franchises are up and ready. And we freaking just started off the Halloween party early, and let's continue that momentum. So we'll see you guys for the next one.
Shit, yeah.